Happy what's today? Happy Saturday night, everybody, family, friends, whatever. Hey, I just want to share some articles with y'all. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was told I should say this is not financial advice. Anything you hear or see ain't financial advice, ain't no financial advice, period, pointblank.com. Just reading some articles, okay? So anyway, Seekburger or Seaburger. Ready or not, here, oh yeah, I'm sorry, y'all. I want to read y'all some articles about ISO 222 and have a couple of discussions. So anyway, ready or not, here it comes. There's no hiding from ISO 222. The migration ISO 222 is one of the most complex projects that the payments industry has had to face. In the face of the challenge ahead of them, both banks and corporates have invested a lot of money, but many are still struggling to see the benefits and to be ready in time. This Q4 2022. Oh yeah, I forgot to get you out of date on there. Whatever, I'm just reading. This Q4 2022 joint survey by Seaburger and leading research and advisory firm Celent highlights where the two industries are, what they have done so far in preparation, and what they should be doing if they not only want to meet the deadline, but also reap the many benefits that the rich ISO 2022 or 222 data has to offer. Globally, 63% of large banks believe that they will be ready by November 2025, but a worrying 25% say they will struggle to meet the deadline or rely on the stopgap measures. Payments are a two-sided affair. Unless both parties are fully ready, neither party is ready. And at least part of the industry appears to be underestimating the implementation challenges and what that may mean for their business in the long run. Warning shots. Unlike banks, corporates do not have a deadline for the migration to the new messaging format, yet they still report a high level of awareness. Not only have they invested significant amounts of money to see the benefits, they want their banks to deliver and are willing to pull the plug if they don't. With a deadline looming in 6 months, where are the banks and corporates in their ISO 222 journeys? What steps have they taken, and have they done enough? This is an article from last year, and it was supposed to happen in November of last year for this ISO 222, but that will be Monday, March 20th. And they're asking the question back then, ready or not, here it comes. Well, have they done enough? But the next line, ready or not, here it comes. There's no hiding, baby. No hiding. Look at this. Look at this survey. 63% of large banks believe they are either ready or will be ready by November 2025. Remember, this is the deadline. I was talking about November of last year when it was supposed to initiate, but they pushed that back to March 20, and that's Monday. And right now it's saying only 3% of the corporates believe that banks will be 100% ready. Ready or not. I wonder why did they title it that? Okay, let's go to the next article. Okay, I gotta get this thing. There we go. All right, we can see the date here, March 10th. Ready for ISO 222? Question mark. ISO 222 is now imminent. With a go live in just 10 days, are you ready for this essential transformational change? After the delayed November 2022 launch date for ISO 222, the new date of this new standard in financial messages is looming. I wonder why they keep describing it like this. March 20th, 2023 is the new go live date for ISO 222. There has been much noise in the banking sector about ISO 222. However, the questions remain, is the industry ready for this redefinition of the messaging in the payments ecosystem? An investigation paper from Celent has found that 63% of large banks, we just read this, believe that they will be prepared by November 2025. They in trouble. However, 25% say they will need help to meet the deadline or rely on available stopgap measures. Even more worrying, only 3%. Why is it worrying? Only 3% of corporates expect banks to be 100% ready. Quick update for Go Live. ISO is a globally recognized open standard providing a common platform for financial messaging. The standards was prepared by the ISO Technical Committee, TC68 Financial Services. ISO is critical in standardizing the flow of financial information. Critical, y'all. Y'all gotta pay attention to these words. For all types of business, financial transactions, and will be de facto going forward. De facto. This standardization will improve cross-border payment transactions and the payment ecosystems by utilizing highly structured transaction data and payments messages. In addition, the standard is expected to deliver a better customer experience through automation. Automation, y'all. It's going to create some new products, new financial products that we ain't never seen before. Programmable money. And higher resilience and facilitate more effective fraud prevention. As such, adoption is predicted to rise as the go live date rapidly approaches. The framework underpinning ISO 20022 comprises a metadata repository maintenance process. The March go live date includes a transition period through to November 2025. SWIFT is supporting the standard by mandating that all its members, I can't even get it in right. Let me start that over. SWIFT is supporting the standard by mandating that all its member banks comply with the ISO 20022 messaging standard by 2025. Hold on. I didn't realize this was this long. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna read from that one. Let me move on. We can pick up some of that stuff later. All right. Oh, by the way, I just did a simple search. My search was, I just did this on Google and I just pulled up a few articles to read to y'all. Boom. And that's it. News on ISO 222. And where were we? Right here? Yeah, this is it. This is a short one. Get ready for March 2023. If y'all watch this video, man, I hope you know they ain't just talking to the banks, they talking to us. You got to be reading these articles though. Let's go. High quality payments data is becoming a reality. March 2023 marks the start of migration to ISO 222 for cross-border payments and reporting, with a coexistence period with MT messages until November 2025. Whether you're adopting the standard from the start of the migration period or not, as a SWIFT customer, the mandatory action you need to perform before March 2023 is to upgrade your messaging interface to ensure your messages are processed, right? They kind of telling you need to do it now. Obviously, for the banks that don't, they're gonna have some problems, I believe. I think this is they're not really telling the smaller banks, but this is for the main big four, JP Morgan, B of A, Chase, and Citibank, and maybe a couple of others that connect directly to the SWIFT system. All the smaller banks, credit unions, or whatever, I don't know. I think they're gonna have a hard time. So anyway, testing the receipt of multi-format MX messages generated by the Inflow Translation Service on FinPlus is also highly recommended. It's likely another upgrade or whatever that they need to do or make sure they're compliant. To ensure you understand how all ISO 222 changes will impact you and help you get ready, we're engaging with our community to outline all you need to know for March 2023. We are here to support your adoption journey as we move towards ISO go live and coexistence. Okay, now this is SWIFT coming from them saying y'all need to be ready. I think the bank should have hired somebody to be ready before this, instead of waiting to 2025, the ones that ain't ready. All right, look at this headline: 5 ways ISO 20022 could rewrite the future of payments. You see all these titles and all these keywords they are using. I think we got a historical moment ahead of us, and I think this is about to transform the way we look at money forever. Let me read. So ISO 20022 is probably the biggest payment change of the last 30 years, if not more. It's also no longer news. The industry has known for years that it is coming. And the industry, not us. In fact, some institutions began their migrations over a decade ago. Bitcoin only been around for 10 years, so they had this plan for a long, long time if they talking like this, right? But as industry-wide launch dates for different parts of the standard start to come into focus, they talking about ISO 20022, excitement and trepidation can be found in equal measure across the world of payments. That's because no one knows exactly what is going to happen. My guess is something big. Kaboom. I wish I could explain it to y'all, but I don't think I really went too deep into nothing on the channel, but maybe I will after. Well, yeah, maybe I'll talk about it after I read a couple of paragraphs. Some of the impacts are known, of course. For example, ISO 20022 should strengthen operational resiliency in payments, enhance straight-through processing, and make the application of sanctions more efficient. Many more of the new standard ramifications dwell in the realm of theoretical, the possible, and the uncertain. ISO 20022 introduces many new data fields for the transmission of payments. Some will be mandatory, many will be optional. These new fields could open up new worlds of possibility for anyone involved in payments today. If they are widely used like the standard, the impact of ISO 20022 will be proportional to the scale of its adoption. As payments move closer to the new standard each day, the time is now to explore potential use cases for the discretionary aspects of ISO 222. In that spirit, and with a disclaimer that no one can see the future, some of the Accenture and JP Morgan's leading payment experts have been brainstorming what a post-ISO 20022 world could look like. In other words, after Monday, it's a whole new story. They have to, look at what they're saying right here. Where did they say that at? They're brainstorming on what a post-ISO 20022 world will look like. Let me give it a shot. Let me show you something real quick. Crypto top banking coins. All right, I'm putting the wrong thing in. ISO 222 coins. All right. Look at this, y'all. I'm gonna read this list. You can Google this. This is how crazy this is. You can Google this. Top ISO 222 tokens. Right here. These are the ISO 222 compliant cryptos, right? The ISO 222 standard is the new protocol being adopted by the international financial industry. Let me translate this for you. For the global financial system, a one world financial system. The rails, if you want to think of it in a sense of a foundation, whatever you want to call it, these are the foundation of the brand new spanking hot off the press financial system. And what the ISO 222 compliant format does is it allows, from what I understand, I don't think I'm wrong, but from what I understand, it allows a flip to be switched, or like a faucet to tap into. You know what I'm saying? Like this, Spark in the road. Let's go here. We'll look at these images. Images, please. Thank you. Look at this, y'all. fork in the road. Think of this right here on this picture. Traditional financial system on the left. Obviously, it's going to make this left turn and go the way it's been going, right? The new financial system on the right. Whenever a banking system that's already ISO 20022 compliant is ready to go, I believe they can flip a switch to communicate and move payments over to Quant, Ripple, Stellar, Hedera, IOTA, XDC, and Algorand. These tokens right here, I believe when that 222 flip is switched, it's going to send a flood of payments down this road over here on the right. The question becomes, can a bank survive, or not can they survive? How many advantages does a crypto bank have compared to a traditional bank? I'm talking about in a sense when you look at this this road right here. How many advantages does the crypto side have that would cause you to make a right turn and flip that switch and turn the flood on? Right? So what are the advantages of XRP? You know, you got to look at something like that, for example, right? Let me go to XRP. Where's the website? Is it XRP? Ripple XRP. Let's find it. I don't like looking at this thing. Okay. Look at it. Let's go here. What are the advantages? You know what? I ain't gonna look here. Let me just tell y'all. I'll let y'all browse through this. But the advantages to get somebody to go right over here is speed, right? Speed. The speed is much more faster on the right side. The second one, let's go with, how about cost? The cost of a transaction for XRP is 4 zeros and a 1 on the right of the decimal, saving banks 60 to 70% per payment transaction. Huh? Would you take a right turn? Would you take a right turn? And what does that mean for the banks on the left? That means they don't get the 60, 70% savings. Also, it means they don't run on nights and weekends and holidays. All right. Over here, you shut down on the weekend. You ain't in business no more. Over here, you automate it. You decentralize. You go down this fork in the road over here on the right. That's a full traffic highway over here. All the money is going through here. Yeah, anyway, let me get back to this article. Let me stop dreaming. Okay. All right. There are 5 potential use cases for ISO 20022. So the very thing we're talking about it. All right. Now remember, this is just ISO 222, not necessarily the crypto piece I was just talking about. It's just the messaging format. I don't want to get it twisted, but I believe they have the option to go ahead and use the same type of messaging on blockchain payments. All right. So just to clarify. So automated receivables matching ARM, or that's the acronym. ARM is an example of the straight-through processing applications of ISO 20022. ARM matches a feed of incoming payments to invoice details provided by the customer's ERP engine. As the name suggests, reconciliation occurs automatically. What I say, y'all? Automatic, systematic. Yes, indeed. Some banking already offer ARM to their corporate customers, but ISO 20022 promises to significantly boost matching rates and lead to more accurate. Remember, SWIFT system, they get 6% errors in their transactions for cross-border payments, billions of dollars being lost. This is what this new messaging system is going to offer. Imagine when they get on blockchain. Lead to more accurate reporting thanks to the additional information that will accompany each payment. When a bank receives a payment from a corporate client, receipt is confirmed by sending a payment status report to the client. Right now, banks use static data tables to build these reports. This requires maintenance in either the product processor or the integration layers of the payment processing system. Right. To expand fields of ISO 22 could mean that the banks don't need to maintain these tables. Less work, yeah, it's automation. It's coming. It's going to put a lot of people in banking out of business, even some banks altogether. Customers will also have the option of using more than one registered mail ID for, or phone number to receive payment confirmations. Okay, so 3, customer dashboard with real-time data. As with the use case above, many banks today offer customers a real-time payments dashboards. The potential of ISO 20022 here is to radically expand both the accuracy and the quantity of the information these dashboards display. For example, ISO 20022 contains a new purpose field. If its use becomes widespread, it could become a rich source of organizational insight for clients. They can collect all kind of data on every purchase, you know. That's what they want. That's what they're aiming for. Financial crime and fraud prevention, the enhanced data available in the ISO 20022 payment instruction will allow for a greater understanding of every transaction on the standard. Elements such as LEI and the purpose code will make it easier to see where a payment is going and why it's being sent. The structured name and address details for both sender and beneficiary will unlock improvements for AML and KYC practices, which should in turn enable more efficient and error-free screening processes. Hyper-personalized offers. Should the purpose code mentioned above become popular for most payment types, banks are also likely to find valuable applications for it. The code's categories include SALA for salary payments, INTE for interest, taxes for taxes, SUPP for supplier payments, and so on and so forth. It is easy to see how the bank might analyze traffic on this code to identify cross-selling opportunities for customers. For instance, it could give mortgage providers greater insight into organizations and refinancing opportunities. This is just one example of how ISO 20022 could create insights that drive growth for payment players. Listen, remember, this is a messaging standard, right? So this can go without the blockchain. But what you have to understand is what they just mentioned right here is just one of the options, right? Where it could give mortgage providers, insight into organizations and refinancing opportunities. All the traffic from these type of transactions or whatever, once they turn that spout and flip things over to the fork in the road, or, that I had up earlier. I don't know why I closed it. Fork in the road. Let me see if I can get an image over here. There we go. I mean, once we get it, y'all, once we get that traffic flowing, I don't think there's no turning back. I think it's off to the races Monday morning. First horse at the gate, first horse to leave the gate will lead and lead for the foreseeable future. I don't see how any other banks that don't convert quickly to the ISO 20022 standard will have a chance to compete against it. So that's all I got for y'all tonight. Take y'all tails to sleep. It's 10:30 over here right now. And yeah, I'm out. All right, see y'all later.